Hey guys, and welcome to the second video in my moving series. If you didn't see the first video in my moving series, I did a Redbubble haul, so hauling some home decor items that I'm super excited to display in my new home. But if you missed that, I will leave that linked up above. So in this video, I'm going to be taking off all the books off my bookshelves and packing them up. This is a huge moment and my room's definitely gonna look empty, but it needs to be done. And I'm actually not going to take the books off this bookshelf yet because I use this for a lot of my video backgrounds and I don't actually know my move-in date yet. I just know it's in like the next few weeks, so I'm still going to need this background for videos and stuff. But I'm taking the books off my big Billy bookshelves, my black bookshelf, and my two inbuilt bookshelves. I also have books in the study, so I need to pack those too. But also, in case you missed it, I did recently upload a bookshelf tour in case you want to see how I've set it up and everything and you want the in-depth tour. So I'll leave that linked up above. But I bought some boxes. I was annoyed I had to buy some boxes because moving boxes are expensive, which I didn't realize. But anyway, I bought some boxes specifically so I could pack some books. A lot of you actually told me that you recommend I don't pack the whole box with books because then it's just too heavy to carry. So I'm planning to fill like maybe half of the box with books and then the rest with like clothes. So yeah, one issue that I'm going to have is my annotated books, because if you don't know, I annotate a lot of my books. So for example, there's like all these sticky tabs that are sticking out, and if I stick them in a box, they're all going to be squished. So I'm going to have to create a separate pile of my books that are annotated like this because I'm going to need to move the tabs closer in, if that makes sense. So for example, this one's really sticking out, so I'll need to like make it so it's only sticking out a bit, and then I think it should be fine. So I'm going to create a separate pile of books for that. So once I take the books off, I'm going to put them in different piles according to height because I feel like I should pack books that are the same height in boxes. But yeah, so it's going to be a long process. And I've actually already created a few piles because I took the books that are behind these books. If you didn't know, I had books like behind these ones, so I took all those out because obviously you can't see them when you're just looking at the bookshelves. So I've already put them out in the hallway, and I'm also going to unhaul quite a few books because obviously transporting books isn't fun. This is definitely one of the most stressful things that I have to move because I just have so many books and books are heavy and stuff. So I'm trying to be pretty brutal with the books that I'm going to unhaul, and I feel like this is actually a good time to unhaul books because my book tastes have definitely changed quite a bit, and I definitely own a lot of books that I just don't care about anymore or I don't want to read, so this is going to be a good time. So I will show you some of the books that I'm unhauling, but I'm not going to show you all of them simply because I don't have the energy to deal with the comments because some people just get so annoyed when I unhaul like a popular series or something. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll talk about some. So actually I do already have a pile of books that I'm unhauling. Okay, so I'm going to be unhauling Hamilton The Revolution. This is a book all about the musical Hamilton, and I got this when I was in New York a few years ago, and I used to be obsessed with Hamilton. Like, I absolutely loved it, but now I just really don't care. I just don't really care about musicals and stuff anymore. So yeah, I definitely won't be sad to get rid of this. I'm sure someone else will appreciate it much more. I also have some annotated books that I'm planning to unhaul, and I was thinking of possibly doing a giveaway. Let me know if you would be interested in me giving away a book that I've already annotated. Also, I do have some giveaways that are queued up right now. Like, I'm planning to give away my Muse of Nightmares copy, and I have some other books that I'm planning to give away. I just haven't done them yet because of everything going on, and there's a lot of shipping delays, so I just want to make sure it doesn't get lost in the mail. So I think I'm going to wait until everything's a bit more settled to do those giveaways. But anyway, I'm also going to be unhauling Will Grayson and The Carrie Diaries. I read this ages ago. I don't really remember it, but I think I liked it, but definitely never going to read it again. Some other books I'm unhauling: The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, Autobiography. Oh my gosh, this is such a hard title for me to say. Autobiography, Eliza and Her Monsters. This is like a random Harry Potter pop-up book. I have an extra copy of The Little Prince. Yeah, so those are some of the books that I'm going to unhaul, but now let's get into taking off the books off my bookshelf. Let's do it. Okay, so I've taken most of the books off this bookshelf. I just have a little bit down there, but I'm already like so overwhelmed. I have so many books in my hallway, it's ridiculous. So on these shelves I only have a few books to unhaul actually. So I'm going to unhaul The Merciful Crow, Nevernight, Illuminae, this edition of Sorcery of Thorns. I have 2 editions of Sorcery of Thorns and this is the Alcrete edition, but I like the Freylin edition slightly more, and I do like this book but I'm not obsessed with it to the point where I want 2 editions. So yeah, those are the books that I'm unhauling off that shelf. I'm now going to focus on packing those books in boxes, and then another day I will work on that shelf and stuff. Okay, so I've made quite a bit of progress. I have packed up a lot of the books. I still haven't finished packing them all up, but I've definitely spent some hours packing the books up. And actually a really good box to use for packing books is wine boxes. My stepdad had quite a few wine boxes and he was like, oh, maybe this would be good for your books. So I used them and they're so good because they're kind of like medium size and you know they're made to carry a lot of weight, and I got some really good Tetris going on in those wine boxes, so those are definitely good boxes to use for books. But I did also take the books off the top of my bookshelves, the paperbacks and stuff, and I am unhauling quite a few books, so I'm not going to go through all of them like I said, but I'm going to go through a few of them now. So first we have Frozen Charlotte. This is a horror novel. Oh my god, I have read horror. I said recently that I have never read horror, but this isn't that scary. This is about like this freaky doll, or freaky dolls. I read it literally years ago and I did have fun with it, but I don't think I would ever read it again. So gonna get rid of that. Now I'm kind of rethinking my choice because it does have some good memories. The reason I actually read this was because it was part of Zoella's book club and I literally read like nearly all of the books on that list because that was before I really read, and I was like, oh, interesting books. And yeah, this is one of the books. And actually it's funny because before I discovered booktube and reading and everything, I actually, like I said, read a few books because of Zoella's book club, and she did like, I think she kind of did like a wrap up thing, like she reviewed the books at the end of it, and I literally watched that video like 5 times because I was so obsessed with someone talking about books, and I was like, why don't more people do this? Because I didn't realize booktube was a thing, and I was just obsessed with it, and that was definitely the beginnings of me discovering, you know, my love for reading and everything. But anyway, I'm also going to be unhauling this arc of Belle Revolts because I was also sent the finished copy, so I have 2 copies now and I don't need 2 copies. It is a book that I definitely do want to read. It is really floppy, like this is an amazing arc, it's such good quality, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to get rid of it, but like I don't need 2 copies. By the way, I have said this before, but I'm planning to do like a meetup in like Sydney, in the city or something, and just bring a box full of books to give away to people because I definitely have a lot of books that I need to get rid of and I want to give away some books to you guys because I feel like that'd be fun. But obviously with everything going on, that probably won't happen for a while, but that is my plan. So the next one I'm unhauling is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I have a hard copy of this. This used to be like my favorite book. It still holds a special place in my heart, but yeah, I don't need the paperback copy. Actually, I have a few more John Green. So I have Let It Snow, which I do remember reading and liking when I read it, but I read it years ago, and since then I've seen quotes from the book and they're disgusting, so I'm like, no thank you. Looking for Alaska by John Green, no, just no. Wuthering Heights, I actually do think I do want to read this at some point, but probably not in the near future. So if I do, it'll be like when I'm old or something. But if you read this, let me know if you think I should read it. I love how this copy literally says Bella and Edward's favorite book on the front. Then I'm going to be unhauling Fallen by Lauren Cait. I've held on to this for quite a while. I've thought about unhauling it, but I was like, oh, the memories, but whatever, I don't need it. Like, this was a book I read when I was in high school and I liked it at the time, but I'm never going to reread it and I know I wouldn't like it now. So it does have some classic memories, but I don't really need to hold on to it. Like, I can still have those classic memories without keeping the book. And then I'm also going to be unhauling What I Like About Me because I did really like this book, but I'm never going to reread it. So yeah, those are a few more books that I'm unhauling. Okay, so it's been a while since I've updated, but I have packed all the books that I took off my bookshelves in boxes, which is really good. And I also figured out a way to transport my annotated books. I might have already mentioned it, but I actually had to put the flags of the annotated books that I had further into the book, if that makes sense, so they weren't sticking out as much. And it was actually fine because the hardcover of the book is longer than the pages of the book, so it protected the flags once I put it down, if that makes sense. So those are all good, but some of my annotated books are impossible to pack in a safe way. So for example, my paperbacks that have flags in them, there's no way to pack this without the flags getting damaged. So I actually put all the books in this container and I just have them sticking upwards so they have the flag sticking out, and I'm just going to put this in the car when I travel to the new place because yeah, there's no other way, and I'm actually really happy because this is a good method, I think. So I'm just going to have a few of these containers with books that I've annotated that can't be faced downwards without the flags getting damaged. Anyway, so I also have two other books that I wanted to mention that I'm unhauling. I have Enchanté and The Gravity of Us. And The Gravity of Us I did read, but it wasn't like my absolute favourite thing. And then Enchanté, I liked it when I read it, but I never think about it and I'm definitely never going to read it again. So yeah, I'm going to be unhauling those two. But now I'm actually going to finally get rid of the books on my black bookshelf. I'm going to pack all those up, and then once I do that, that should be the end of this video because like I said, I'm going to keep the books on my white cube bookshelf because I still need to use that for background for some videos that I'm filming. So yes, gonna be taking these books off. I think there's gonna be quite a few that I'm unhauling. I'm trying to unhaul some Harry Potter books because I've known J.K. Rowling has been disgusting for ages, but she just keeps getting worse and worse, and it's honestly just disgusting. And obviously I want to be supportive of the trans community, and J.K. Rowling is not. So I'm trying to slowly distance myself from Harry Potter. Obviously it's a hard thing because it's been such a huge part of my life for so many years, but I definitely don't need so many editions of Harry Potter. So I'm definitely going to be unhauling some. For example, I definitely know I'm going to be unhauling. I'm definitely going to be unhauling this collection, and obviously there's a lot of Harry Potter books on this shelf, so I'm going to be unhauling some. Can you not?
Come on.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's something murder. Slap. I got exams every week.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna unhaul the illustrated editions. Goodbye. I'm also gonna unhaul all these.
Fantastico Beastio.
I absolutely hate Fantastic Beasts, so I'm gonna go to these.
Dracula, of course.
Of course you keep bringing
Of course
Dracula.
you cannot unhaul these books.
No, this will be on display. Oh, look, it's very dusty. So I'm going to get rid of Caraval and Legendary. So I like these covers, but also these spines always make it so hard to display in my bookshelves. Like I never know where to put them, so I think I'm just gonna say goodbye. Okay.
What about at the top?
Oh, whoopsie. Okay, that is it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Ow! Sorry.
Steps right on my foot.
There's not much room here.
For my taste. After a day of living the black.
Okay, so obviously I have some stuff here that I need to pack, but it's basically all clear. Obviously this as well, but all my books are gone. Okay, so I think that's the end of this video because like I said multiple times, I can't pack these books yet because I still need to film some videos and I want to have, you know, a bookshelf background. I still don't know the exact date for when I'm moving. I know I keep saying like, oh, most likely this month. It is most likely this month in June that is happening. They have told us that it's going to be a few weeks. We have never gotten a solid date. That's why I keep repeating what I've been told from the real estate agent, but I really hope I can move soon. I have so many things in boxes and I'm just so ready. Don't forget to check my description for links on how you can help with the Black Lives Matter movement. I hope you're all staying safe and sending so much love. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a good day and night, and I'll see you in my next one.
Thank you.